It all depends on who you're here to serve, in my argument, in my view. And again, I think we're here.
I think we're all here to serve the same people, and I don't appreciate the implication that we're not. Now, let's. We're talking about tax sales here now.
Exactly, and we err on the side of the citizens, the taxpayers, who may or may not be aware of the fact that the property has been sold. And frankly, that does happen. Most of the time, it doesn't. People do know it's being sold, but
people know if they don't pay their taxes. People know. I mean, you pretty well know that you didn't write a check and didn't pay your taxes. People know that you didn't pay your taxes for 1 year. People know they hadn't paid 2 years. People know they hadn't paid their taxes for quite a while. And then those same people know that if they don't pay their taxes, someone's going to eventually the government's going to come by and sell their land. That's why they pay their taxes. They don't do it because they are. I mean, that's what they do. So we're not talking about folks. I mean, if you hadn't paid your taxes in 2 or 3 years, I mean, are we saying that's okay? Is that what I mean? We need to make more accommodation to you. That if you're not going to pay your obligation, I don't understand how it is that you're saying that people don't know that they didn't pay their taxes.
Well, for many years until just recent, for all the years of our state, it's been a 2-year redemption period from the time that the sale was recorded, not after confirmation. We drastically narrowed that to be 1 year from the date of confirmation, and so that is a huge difference. And so the citizens who came to me with this said, this is a drastic penalty to sell property. This is usually the person's most valuable investment, and for whatever oversight or others, if you're collecting, the purpose is to collect your taxes. So if you collect your taxes, we should make every opportunity to allow our citizens to pay their taxes, be good citizens, and keep their property. And so, again, that's what this bill attempts to do. And again, I know that we have investors and we have others who, again, more late-night television shows we see where folks go out and say, this is how you can buy property. I just look at our past law and look at our current law, and I think this is a compromise. I think it has no negative impacts on local governments at all, has no negative impacts. It allows our citizens the opportunity to redeem their properties, and just gives them a window of 18 months from date of confirmation as opposed to a period of 12 months from date of confirmation.
But you would agree it would prevent someone from using the property they bought at a tax sale for 18 months?
Under your analysis, then we shouldn't have a redemption period whatsoever.
Well, I'm just asking, but you would agree that means if you buy the land at a tax sale, you can't use it for 18 months?
That would be correct. Currently,
Thank you.
You can't use it for 12 months.
Senator Correa.
Senator Bunch, I wanted to go back a little bit. It sounds to me like what you're saying is that we need to do this because some poor soul did not know. They were in a circumstance that they did not know that the taxes had not been paid. And that's where I wanted a little clarification. Are we talking about someone, how would someone not know? You said something about buying the property and city taxes and county taxes. Surely we have a mechanism to notify people when they owe taxes. And that's where I'm, if you owe money, you should pay the money. But if there is some kind of problem where you don't know, I certainly don't want you to lose your property without notification. So if you could clarify that for me.
It primarily comes from the last known address. If you've done any work in the tax arena, or the tax notices go to the last known address. So if let's say a property was outside a municipality and it's annexed in, then that tax sale would go to the last known address. If the homeowner has moved and not updated that, has not gone to the courthouse and said, I own this parcel of property here and I need to get notices sent to my updated address, then that would be a perfect example and one scenario that was presented to me in support of this legislation earlier. So again, the purpose is trying to give our citizens ample opportunity. To me, the most drastic thing we can do in civil law is terminate parental rights. The second most drastic thing we can do, remedy, is to take someone's property for a small fee. And again, and I share the concerns that some people don't pay, and I'm not trying to protect deadbeats at all, but I think we need to err on the side of our citizens who may have an oversight, who may not have had an opportunity to redeem their property, and give them an additional 6 months. And